Hello everyone and welcome back to my crafting world. My name is Anna. Well, this is a paper pad that I got in my design team package this month, June. And I just, the more I look at it, the more in love I am. So I am going to make a mini album, a coastal mini album, or nautical, I should say, maybe. I don't know. Anyway. I am going to make a mini album with this, and of course I got this through ASC Craft Supplies, and you can definitely head on over there, use my coupon code, and grab this because it's gorgeous. So this is the paper pad I'll be using, and I am also going to use, I'm going to use, this is from another paper pad, I'm going to use this for the cover. I'll probably be using this one for the hinge, and then this one for the actual pages, and black chipboard for the actual book. So I am going to go ahead and work this with you guys just because I've never really done a beginning to end with you guys, so this may take several videos. So this chipboard is I think 50 or 52 points, so it's really thick chipboard. So it's 8.5 by 8.5, and then the spine is 3.5 by 8.5. So I'm gonna go ahead and cover that. And like I said, this is what I'm going to use for the cover. So I am going to try to stay in frame, guys. It's 12 by 12, so it's going to be a little trickier than regular paper. So I think I will speed along in some of the process because it is a bit redundant. I'm sure you see it over and over, but I kind of just want to do a start to finish with you guys. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and do the start to finish. I will try to stay in frame the best that I can. And like I said, it is 12 by 12, so I'll probably, go off, I won't stay in frame the entire time, but I'm gonna try, okay? All right, guys. So as you can see, I did not, well, I used the other cardstock that I had shown you, but then it cracked on the edges, and I was so mad because I knew there was a great chance that was going to happen because the paper was pretty thick, and you know, so I said, let me start over. So I went ahead with this blue, and I'm hoping, I mean, some of the pages match really well. I mean, you can't tell from there, but I mean, it's better than black. I didn't want to do black. So it is what it is. So I am going to go with this color. You know, I know I'm going to use that page. So I'm just going to go with this blue as the book cover. That's why you didn't see me, you know, finish the rest of the covering, because when I was scoring it with my score tool, I kind of felt that tear, and I said, well, it was just one little piece. But no, when I went to go glue it, you know, glue it in, it was cracked, and I said, no, we're not going to do that. So we're going to work on the hinge. We are going to have 5 pages. I'm going to use pink cardstock. This is 65-pound cardstock for the hinge system. And I am going to, because I'm going to use that other pink, which is, I mean, almost identical to this pink for the actual pages. So I am going to make a hinge. I know this is 8.5, and I know where it's supposed to be. I'm going to make it 1/4 inch from the top, 1/4 inch from the bottom. I am going to cut it at 8, and it's already 12. And I'll see if I need to, you know, add to it. So I'm cutting this 12 by 12 at 8 inches. Okay, and then I am going to score it. Oh, where's my scoreboard? Okay, so this is 8 by 12 on the 12-inch side, because the 8 goes this way. Let me just look to see where that's going to land. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so I measured this, and I don't remember what. I'm gonna have to put the dimensions down for you on the screen, but I am going to start at 1.5, because this. Okay, so I'm going to start scoring at 1.5, and I'll have to count and then tell you where I'm at. Because I have to count. Okay, I'm going to start at 1.5, and I may have to add something, another piece to this, but I'm going to start at 1.5. Let me start at 1.25. Nope, 1.5. 1.5. And then, let me see. 2 1/8. Two 3/4, and we're going to have 5 pages. 3 5/8. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not 3 5/8. 3 3 3/8. So I'm going to fast forward this and put the measurements on the screen for you. Okay, so we have that done. So now this is where we gather, this is where we make our actual hinges. So there's the first one. And this is our first hinge. We leave a space, and of course we're going to fold our second hinge in. That's our second one. This is our third. Our fourth. And our fifth. Yeah, I don't think I have to add anything to this. I think this is going to be quite enough. Okay, guys. So we need to glue our hinges together. I'm going to use 3/4 inch tape. Is it 3/4? Yeah. So we're going to put it right here on the first one. Okay. So let me cut that off. And then we're going to skip the next two and put it on the next one. I don't know how to hold this tape. Okay, skip, skip, and then adhere with my little jingle. Okay, and then skip, skip, and adhere. I need my little clear block. Here we go. To get this a little more even. Okay, and skip, skip, and adhere. And then skip, skip, and adhere. So we should have 5 strips of tape. Let me cut this off. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to burnish these. All right, now we're going to join these two together. This is our first hinge. So let me fold that and burnish. There's our first hinge, guys. Okay, so let's do the next one. Here's number 2. Right, there we go, guys. And then all we need to do now at this point is go ahead and put this in our book. But before that, we need to put tape in there. I'm just looking to see if it's going to fit the way I anticipated, and it does. Okay. So we need to go ahead and put tape on each of the hinges for when we glue our pages on. So I will do that. Okay, we need to put tape on the back as well. So let me do that. All right, we need to put it in our book. So here we go. These we don't remove. We only remove the ones on the back. Okay, and it's going to go about right there. Okay, so let me remove the ones on the back. I am going to go ahead and use some glue as well. All right, guys, I think that's good. I'm pleased with that. We've got about even on both ends. I think it went down very well. And I think it'll be fine. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I love that already. Okay. So there we go, guys. We're going to have 5 pages. And you know what? I don't know if I told you what size the gussets are. They are 3/8 of an inch. All the gussets are 3/8 of an inch. Okay, guys? So now we're going to move on to the pages. Let me tell you what the page sizes are going to be. Okay, this is what we need for our pages. We need 5 pages that are 8 1/8 by 8. And then we need 5 pages that are 8 by 9 1/8. Okay? So this is going to go in our book this way. Okay? So this is my top piece, and this is my connecting piece. So I'm going to keep mine separate because, they're so close in size that I don't want to get all mixed up. Okay, so on this one, we have to score 1/2 inch along the shorter side, or the longer side. So let me get my scoreboard, and let me put these right here so I don't get them mixed up. So these, along the 9 1/8 inch side, you're going to score 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch. And I'm just going to make sure that that is correct. Yes, that is correct. So we are going to score all 5 pages at 1/2 inch on each side. And this is 110-pound cardstock. Okay, guys, I have scored all my pages, my 5 pages, at 1/2 inch on each side. So we're done with this for the moment. And then we need to take the ones that we have just scored and fold our score line and burnish it. And we are going to glue this one. Trying to keep my pages straight, guys. Okay, we are going to glue this onto the smaller one. If I can take them apart, my hands are dry. We're going to glue them this way. I'm sorry, we're going to glue them this way. Nope, I had it right the first time. There we go. We're going to glue them this way, and that is going to become our page in our book. It's going to go in each of these hinges. Okay, so they're going to go like this. Okay, so what I am going to do is put score tape on here. And this score tape is 3/8 of an inch, and it's hard to find, but the last time I looked, they had it in stock with ASC Crafts. So if you're having a problem finding it, go ahead over there to get yours, and don't forget to use that coupon code. You can save 10% on anything that's not on sale. Okay, there's that. Let me burnish this. And our page is going to go this way. Okay, it'll only fit one way because you're 1/8 of an inch different on one side. So let me glue this on. Make sure I get it straight here. Pull this down. And for some reason it's not fitting on one side. Why? Oh, I guess I just hadn't placed it. Well, okay. Here we go. Ugh, of course. All right, guys, there's our first page. Which is going to go in this way. It's going to go in this way. All our pages are going to go in this way. There you go. So let's do the rest. Okay, guys, I have glued all my pocket pages together. Okay, and I think I've mentioned this before. I don't know why I like my seams, the seams. I like them all facing one way, and I think I'm going to go with them facing forward. That when you open it, this will be the front, and you can't really see the seam unless you're actually looking for it. But that is the way I'm going to put mine. It does not matter. You can put them however you want. So I'm going to bring in my book, and I'm going to leave my pages on that side so I know how to put them in. Okay, so I am going to remove the tape from one corner here, and fold it over. Take my page, insert it starting at the bottom, and then make sure it goes in. Oh, make sure it goes in. There we go. And then I push it all the way down, and then I lean it over and just ever so slightly take it out. And I do make sure that the bottom and the top are as even as I can get them. So I mean, it looks pretty even. There we go. That was a little bit better. And I am going to press down right here and then start to take the backing, the tape backing off. I don't like it right up against that score line because it makes the pages a little harder to turn and go flat. I don't know if you know what I mean, but yeah. So there's the front side, okay? And I flip it over and I remove, I need my little tool for that. And I remove the tape from this side and I, you know, start taping it down. And I do it this way. Hopefully I get no air bubbles in there. It's got less chance of it coming up. Okay, and then I burnish that. And there is our first page. Okay, so here's my second page. We're going to continue to do that with all 5 pages. These are my scraps up here at the top, and I don't want to get rid of them just yet because I may use them. Okay, so here's my next page. There are my pages, guys, all put in. There we go. Now we can start doing pockets and whatnot. Let me cover this. I'm going to wait because I'm only going to put the decorative paper on there. I'm not going to put one cover and then another. I'm just going to put decorative paper on there. So I am going to wait to cover this because I still am not sure what's going to go where because I'm making this with you guys. I haven't thought anything other than let's make a mini album. And this isn't quite, I mean, it's not that many. What did I say it was? 8.25, no, 8.5 by 8.5. That's a really good size. So now we can start doing, you know, flaps and the mats, the insert mats. I'm going to wait till the end to cut those out. But so let me start. Let me think of what, like I said, I don't know what I'm going to put where. I think I'm going to make a flip for that one to flip up. Let's start with that. So I'm going to cut a piece of cardstock that is 7.5. Yeah, 7.5 by 7. Okay, this is 7.5 by 7, and on the 7.5 inch side, I'll put this down, and I am going to score a 1/2 inch. Let me make sure that's right. So this is going to go this way. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so I'm going to score at the 7.5 inch side. I'm going to score 1/2 inch. I'm going to burnish that. Put some tape on there. Okay. Aside, finish that. Let's see. I'm going to turn it this way, guys, so I can see what I'm doing. That is going to go right there. Then I am going to have, let me see if these are wide enough for what I want. From there. To here. No. I need to cut 2 pieces. This is going to be like a gatefold. So I need 2 pieces. And this is 8. So I need 2 pieces that are 4.5. Yeah. 2 pieces that are 4.5 by 8. Okay, guys, these are 4.5 by 8. Okay, now I'm going to score 1/2 inch on each side. So, there's my score tool. So 4.5 along the 4.5 inch side. 4.5. Now this hopefully is going to fit right here in this margin. I'm just going to nip the corners on this. Okay. I'm going to put this down right here. Okay, so I need to put this down. I want to make sure that this is going to fit, you know, right here. Right there. Maybe I should cut it just a little more and make sure it's not hitting this corner. Yeah, that's what it was. All right, yep, that's what I wanted. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these and I'm going to cut it this way. Okay. Okay, guys, I took a piece of scrap, which was a 3 by 4 1/4. And then just cut it in half. 4 by 3 1/8, and cut it in half. And I'm just going to simply glue this down to make a little pocket. So I'm going to glue that one. I'm not going to use tape. I'm going to glue this one. So I'm just going to glue 2 sides, the bottom and the outer side. There we go, guys. Let me show you what that's for. Of course, this is too big, but that is our closure for this page. Okay, so I'm going to cut this down. I wanted a good size. Let me cut that down to 7. Let's do 7 by 7. I went with 6.5 by 7 because that's what that scrap that I had allowed. But that is still, that's good, right? That's our first page. There we go. Goes this way, opens up. Yeah, that is our first page. Okay, let's go on to the next one. I'm going to raise it up a little bit so it doesn't stick on the sides. That was our first page. So we're going on to the next one. Okay, guys, that was the first page. For this page, I think what I'm going to do is take these scraps. I am going to cut them down to about 5 inches. Yes, and make pockets. And then I'm going to cover the pocket, I think. I'm going to make, let me try 3. Okay, guys, I cut these down to 3 by 5. So these are going to go right here. About like that. And then I want another piece on the top to flip up. That one I'm going to make it a little bit larger. I'm going to go with 6 and 1/2 inch for it. I'm going to go with 6 by 6.5 for this one. Okay, then I am going to score the 6.5 inch side and 1/2 inch. Half inch. Varnish that. Okay, so let me see how I'm going to do this. This is going to go on the top right here. Yeah, and then I'm going to put okay, so I'll use the tape for that. I'm going to tape that down. we need to figure out how we're going to close this. I'm going to use magnets in here, but I don't want to use like a whole bunch of them. So I'm thinking a ribbon across the bottom to hold this closed. So I'm going to turn this over, guys, just so I can try to line it up here. There we go. That is going to go that way. And then these pockets, yeah, glue this down. Come down this way. Okay. Now, well, I put my first one. Yes. But before I do that, I'm going to glue down some ribbon so we can tie that shut. Okay. I'll cut some about right there. Because we can always cut it down, but we can't add to it. Okay. Of course, guys, you know we have to burn the ends so that it doesn't fray. Okay. Okay. Now we have to start at the bottom, I think. No, we have to start at the top. Do I want to use an edge punch, guys? Do I want to use an edge punch? I think I do before I put them down. Yep. I'm going to use this one because it looks a little more like waves. So let's do this one. See what it looks like. We can always cut another one. Oh yeah, much better. Okay, let me do the other two. I think we need a little ink there, guys, so it doesn't blend in. I have this. What if I use the lightest blue? I never throw my little scraps away because this is how I test my colors to see if I, if I want something that color, if it looks good before I actually put it on this. So I am going to go with, let's go with the lightest color. It doesn't look blue to me, but I don't know if I like that. Try the next color. Not much of a difference. Let me try that third color. Try this color. Oh, I kind of like that one. And it'll be even less. Okay, so if I use that color, it'll be less. I think I'm going to go with that color. Yeah, I'm going to go with this color. Okay. I'm thinking I want to punch this edge too. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't want to mess it up. Yeah. I may just use two of those, but I want to punch the edge. Yes. And then I'm going to color the edges. Oh well. So, okay. So these mats are going to be 3.5 by 4.5. 3.5 by 4.5. And then this will get tied. So let's see what we're going to do for this page. Let me cover this glue out glue up so I can think about what I'm going to do for this page. Let me put a flap on this side. I'm going to make it, do I want the whole page? I'm going to use this. So I am going to score at 1/2 inch. And this one probably will have a magnet, guys. I'm going to put it right here. Right here. And then it opens up. I'm going to put a belly band right here. I think that's what I want this for. And then a mat will go in there. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Okay. Put some tape on here. Do I want to fold now? So I believe this is 8 1/8. Yeah. So let me cut that at 8 1/8. This going to go down here, but I think I need to put my mat down. Maybe I want to etch these. Is that too thick? Well, I don't know. Yeah, they're strong. Okay. So let me go ahead and cut a mat for this one. And what did I say? I cut a mat 7 3/4 by 7 7/8. Okay. 7. Which one's this one? 7 3/4. Okay, I cut some floral paper. I think that'll be all right. Okay, glue this down. And this, what did I say? You know what? I think I'm going to cut a wider one and then trim the edges. So I'm going to cut it at the 8 1/8. All right, let me move this. This is going to go right here. Make sure it fits, and it does. How pretty is that? this, guys, is 7 by 11.5. I am going to score this in half and see how it fits in that belly band. So 11.5 would be 5 3/4. No, it's 11, so 5.5. Squared at 5.5. Let me see how that looks in there. See, the paper's never, ever, I swear when they cut it, it's not straight. Okay. Or even. If I put a booklet in there, put it on backwards. Or upside down. See, will this still close? It'll still close. It's still closed. So... I think that's going to be good, guys. And I am actually going to leave this way and put that, I'm thinking maybe, should I edge this? No, because then it'll look uneven. So I'm going to just straighten that out. See, it's not 8.5 by 11. That's 11 1/8 or so. Yeah, it's 11 1/8. Oh yeah, it looks better. Maybe I should round the corners. Yeah, I'll leave it like that. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to leave this like this. Okay, guys, so final verdict on this was 7 by 11. And we scored it in half at 5.5. And we will put this through the belly band. Okay? And then we'll cover that at some point. There we go. There's our second page. Now, what do we do for the front? I am thinking that I am going to make a... Yeah, there's still room in there. Okay, guys, we're going to leave off at this page for today. So we have done the first 3. 1, 2, and 3. I don't know if I'm going to put something else on here. I may. But for today, I think that is where we are going to leave off. All right? Guys, I hope you're following along or even plan to make one of these because... it's going to be fun. You're going to, I think I'm going to like the final outcome. So, and I'm hoping that you're going to like it as well. All right, guys, I will talk to you in the next video when we continue with this mini album. All right. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. You all have a wonderful day.